WallEball at the barn. Welcome to another episode of Happy Meadow Tales. I'm your host, Steve Kitts. Today we're heading over to Farmer Brown's barn, where after some popular demand, we have Daryl the tallest squirrel and his wife Julie, and they're teaching everyone a fun new game called WallEball. It was a chilly afternoon in Happy Meadow, and the wind outside made the barn doors creak softly. But inside Farmer Brown's big red barn, laughter and bouncing echoed from one of the empty stalls. "Over here! Over here!" shouted Daryl, the tallest squirrel in all of Happy Meadow. A soft ball bounced off the wooden wall. Boing! And sailed over the rope that was tied across the stall. Julie leaped gracefully and tapped it back with her paw. "Nice return," she laughed. Nearby, Robbie the rabbit and Benny the squirrel were watching with excitement. "What kind of game is this?" Benny asked. Daryl grinned. "WallEball. It's kind of like volleyball, except that you bounce the wall. Except you can bounce the ball off the walls, too." Scout's eyes widened. "That sounds awesome." Julie smiled warmly. "It's all about teamwork and quick thinking." Soon the barn stall was full of players. The softball bounced everywhere, off walls, hay bales, and even once off Brom the bear's tummy. "Hey!" Brom laughed deeply as everyone burst into giggles. Julie clapped her paws together. "All right, everyone. Remember, you don't have to be the strongest player to help your team. You just have to work together." Doomsy nervously stood near the back. I probably not very good at games," he whispered. Julie walked over kindly. "That's okay. Everyone starts somewhere." Daryl nodded. "And the best players are the ones who encourage others." The next serve bounced wildly off the wall and headed right towards Doomsy. "Oh no!" he squeaked. But without thinking, Doomsy reached up and tapped the ball softly. Boink! The ball floated perfectly over the rope. "Point!" Scout shouted. The entire barn erupted in cheers. "You did it, Doomsy!" Robbie called out proudly. Doomsy blinked in surprise, and then he smiled. Just then a calm voice came from the doorway. "Well now, sounds lively in here." Everyone turned to see Joyce the barn cat stepping carefully into the stall, wearing one of her lovely knitted sweaters, deep blue, with tiny stitches of leaves across the front. "Joyce!" Benny called out. "Come watch." Joyce adjusted her glasses and smiled softly. "I've been listening from outside. Sounds to me like this game is about more than bouncing a ball." Julie nodded. "It is." Joyce looked around the room warmly. "You're not learning to trust each other. You're learning to trust each other. And that matters more than winning." The barn grew quiet for just a moment. Then Picky the porcupine accidentally bumped the ball with his nose. Boing! And it bounced off of 3 walls before landing in Farmer Brown's feed bucket. Everyone exploded in laughter. "Well," Joyce chuckled, "I suppose that counts for creativity." As the evening rolled on, teams changed, laughter filled the barn, and WallEball became quickly one of the favorite games of Happy Meadow. While the ball bounced wildly from wall to wall, something even more importantly was growing inside the barn. Friendship, encouragement, and joy. Well, thanks for joining me on this episode of Happy Meadow Tales. I've been your host, Steve Kitts, and remember, sometimes the best games are the ones where everyone gets a chance to belong. Stay blessed, my friends. The end.